The first team of the season is always an interesting one to look at because it gives you a sense of direction. Who are the selectors happy with? Who are they going to invest in? Who are the players they've left out? Who the messages going out on whether you need to pull up your socks? So from that point of view, I'm happy with the 16. I like continuity, as a lot of you who watch my blogs know. And the fact that I think you and I could have picked 13 out of these 16 is actually a very happy sign. Selection should not be surprises. And there are hardly any surprises in this team. The three others that I was talking about, I'll come to those in the end. First of all, I'm delighted that Jasprit Bumrah is in the side. I see Bumrah playing maybe 3 out of the 5 test matches against Bangladesh and New Zealand. Get the work behind him, get the legs pumping, get him in good rhythm before he goes to Australia. I also see him interchanging maybe with Mohammad Shami when Shami comes back into the side. Maybe play a couple of test matches against New Zealand because Shami is the kind of bowler, the more he bowls, the better he gets. The more bowling there is in his legs, the stronger he gets, the better he bowls. He likes to bowl. So I'm looking forward to seeing Shami play at least 2 test matches out of the 5 in this home season. Then Virat Kohli. I'd said once before that I'd have liked him to have played the Duleep Trophy match because, as I heard a lot of former cricketers say, that once you start to get a little older, then it takes a little longer to come off from a layoff. And admittedly, the layoff isn't very long. He played the one days in Sri Lanka. But I just think 80, 100 balls in that Duleep Trophy game, it was a slightly tricky surface, would have just got him right. But then, with Virat Kohli, his commitment, his preparedness, his determination, and most important, his drive has never been in question. So he will be ready. It's just a little personal thing. I don't like to have played one game. But let's see what kind of rhythm he is in. It's a pretty good top 4. In fact, it's a very, very good top 6. I see Rohit and Yashasvi Jaiswal as being a stable pair in the medium term. We'll wait and see how it goes along with Rohit Sharma. At the moment, there's no problem at all about how much longer he's going to play. I hope Yashasvi keeps all the chatter around him away. He's a fabulous prospect, but people are starting to talk him up. And as long as he believes in himself and not what other people are saying about him, he'll be absolutely fine. His left-handedness at the top is such an asset. His free thinking, what a series he had against England. Then Shubman Gill at 3. With some players, there's always a little more chatter than I like to see. And I don't know what the conversations around Gill are. Yes, a little bit of up and down happens in everybody's career. But you know what? In the last series that he played against England, he had 2 50s, a 90, a 50 in a tricky run chase. So don't worry about Shubman Gill. I think he's found a home at number 3. And I just hope he stays in the present. There's far too much talk about him being a potential captain, about him being future captain. Nah, just live in the present. These things are way of happening rather than being planned. So happy with Gill, happy with Virat Kohli at 4. And then 5 and 6. KL Rahul is a fantastic player. I mean, a lot of you know what I think about KL Rahul. Missed most of the test matches against England. But 5 is a good number for him. If required, 4, but Virat Kohli is already there. 5 is a very good number for him because remember, India got 4 openers in the top 6. You lose 2 or 3 wickets early. KL Rahul is a very good, solid player in there. You need a left-hander. Rishabh Pant can go up. KL Rahul can come in at 6 and play a various Lakshman kind of role, the kind Lakshman played towards the end of his career. So 5 and 6 is pretty good. I don't see KL Rahul needing to keep wickets at all. Certainly while the cricket is in India, because Dhruv Jurel has made the most of his chances, and Jurel can come in and slot in the top 6 as well. Remember, in home conditions, definitely Ravindra Jadeja can move up to 6, even to 5, as we saw in the series against England. So that top 7 is not a problem at all. They've picked Sarfaraz as the backup batter. I think India had 4 options in there. And the player who will think he's missed out is Shreyas Iyer. Not just because of the competition, but he just didn't score enough runs. And I hope he's hurting. I hope he's very ambitious about red ball cricket. And I hope he goes back and scores a lot of runs and forces his way back in. Rajat Patidar was the other option. I love watching Patidar bat, but he's just not put together the number of runs needed at first-class level, at Duleep Trophy level, to force his way in. He got his opportunities in Test match cricket as well. And then there was Devdutt Padikkal, who got a very classy half-century in the game that he played against England, got a 60 in the Duleep Trophy as well. So he'll be there on the fringe. but Sarfaraz had to be rewarded. Played well against England. He's been a fantastic performer in domestic cricket. And that's one other thing I like about this selection, in that they're rewarding people who've done well in domestic cricket. So there you are. That's the batting. The 4 spinners pick themselves. It's wonderful to have those kind of riches. You can play any of those 4. I think India might want to play Kuldeep. Akshar's batting has come along enormously. He can bat anywhere too. Jadeja, Ashwin are slightly getting along, so keep an eye on Jadeja and Ashwin. But wow, what fantastic cricketers they've been. So not a problem. And for a long time, we wondered who the next spinner would be. I think the next spinner is ready. Everybody I speak to in domestic cricket is raving about Manav Sutar, the left-arm spinner. And I was very happy to see that in the Duleep Trophy, he came back and scored some runs at a critical time as well. Just 15-20, but that tells you a story too. Then there's Bumrah and Siraj. Don't need to talk about them. They're fantastic. Which leaves me with the 3 picks that I told you right at the start. Sarfaraz was one of those. We've talked about him. Now, India needed to pick 2 backup seamers, in that Mohammad Shami is still not available. Very happy with the choice of Akashdeep. 1 domestic cricket rewarded, played very well in the 1 test match that he got against England. He's got the slightly extra pace, and I think that got him the nod ahead of Mukesh Kumar. Can bowl long spells, swings it in, takes it out. So Akashdeep is someone I'm looking forward even to seeing in Australia, because I don't see those 3 playing each of the 5 tests. If they do, great. But Akashdeep with that slightly extra nip is a wonderful backup. And I think India want to invest in a left-hander. And the choices there were Arshdeep, who I still think is a potential long-term candidate, but he just needs a lot more red ball cricket behind him, I suspect. And then there was Khalil. And I think I don't know if they're happy with his fitness. Good to see that he came and bowled a lot of overs in the Duleep Trophy, but he's just sort of simmering underneath. But Yash Dayal is... I love what I saw in T20 cricket. It's not always necessary that you pick up what you see in T20 cricket, but he swings the ball away. Not just the angle, swings it away from the right-handers, gets the ball to come back in. He's big-hearted. The fact that he came back from that kind of traumatic episode tells you a little bit about him. And everybody I've spoken to in domestic cricket is saying good things about Yash Dayal. So happy with both Yash Dayal and Akashdeep. So pretty happy with the team that's been picked. India make it 5-0, then they're virtually into the World Test Championship final. But you can't look too far ahead, as we've seen in recent times. You think too far ahead, and even Test cricket can give you a little kick up the backside. It's a good Bangladesh side that's coming in, and I'm looking forward to the start of the series.
So thank you for watching, and do subscribe to this channel.